holy shit, they have a countdown now and it works.
It did. That's so cool. What's happening?
I need to get off my ass and actually get clips because I want to end my streams with the end of Ferris Bueller's Day Off at the end of the credits where he comes out like, what are you all doing here? Go away.
Yes.
End my streams with that. So I got to get off my ass and find that clip so I can add it to my account. But thank you all for stopping by. This is kind of like a last minute decision on my part because I saw these DC Fandome news stories coming out today with the who to expect at DC Fandome, which it actually kind of surprised me, and we'll go into that after the first article I'm going to bring up, which goes into like the roster essentially of who to expect at DC Fandome. And then the Suicide Squad game that was basically announced. The bomb was dropped today that the game that we basically deep down all knew was going to be a Suicide Squad game based on like what we were hearing. It's been confirmed by Rocksteady Games, pretty much. That's what we're getting. I'm at a point now where I'm like, I just want a good game. Don't screw it up. Please don't make it based on the Suicide Squad movie. And please let me play as Katana because I want to appropriate some more culture. She'll be my main because I love her, and I thought she got the shaft, no pun intended, in the Suicide Squad movie. So that is my feeling. So I hope if I can play as Katana and it's a good game, then I'm sold. I'm sold.
So excited.
And it's supposed to be, I think, next year, but we're supposed to get more details. DC Fandome. So we'll see what they say. But anyway, thank you all for coming by. Like I said, last minute decision, and my guest so far is just Tugs right now, who also, when I talk about Suicide Squad game, would potentially go into rumors. So I'll leave it up to the chat at that point. And she had to help me by sending me an image because apparently I am blocked by that person. I have no idea. I've never interacted with that person before in my life, unless it was when I was on that rampage against the Birds of Prey stands several months back. I don't know, maybe, but I was blocked by that person, didn't recognize the name. But she graciously sent me the image with the possible spoilers for the game. So when we get to that point, I will leave it up to the chat if you want to see the image or not. So I'm going to leave that for last. But Tugs, let everybody know what you're working on, because I know you are at least a major player on the Park Hoppin' channel. So any videos that you're working on or any news you have coming up, let everyone know.
No videos. Well, unless something crazy drops within the next couple of days. Yes, Subhuman, I'm cold. Leave me alone. I'm freezing. We are doing our podcast, as far as I know, on Saturday like normal. So it's today, Friday, tomorrow. Mm-hmm. And then for the premium members on the Geeks and Gamers website, starting Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern time, the ladies of Geeks and Gamers are going to be doing a chill stream every Tuesday.
All right. Well,
other than that, I got nothing going on, except the fact that I'm freezing.
That's also what I kind of have to get off my ass and do. I wanted to do it like this month, like to get the premium membership, but I kind of have to hold off until the end of August because I have to give a payment to my school as part of my degree program for student teaching / study abroad. And that's where I kind of kick my account in the nuts again. And so I know the premium membership is only $10, but it's one of those where it's like until I know for sure how hard my account is going to get kicked in the nuts.
Yeah. $10 is a lot.
It can be because it's like $120 a year, which is, I guess, in the scheme of things, not a lot. But at the same time, when like after buying a car and now shelling out like nearly $1,200 to my school, so it like my account's taking a beating this year so far. And it doesn't help. Also, doesn't help that my school, being the asshats that they are, who can afford to spend hire, I should say, 3 school administrators, 1 main administrator, 2 assistant administrators at 6-figure salaries, but can't pay me $10 an hour to work summer.
Jeez.
Yeah. So they weren't bringing summer people back. I'm like you would think in the midst of like however you want to feel about this pandemic, that they would want these schools to be. Yeah. And they weren't bringing anybody back. So that's part of the reason why I kind of have to hold off on some things until I know for sure what's happening.
That's ridiculous. No way.
No, I know it is. But at this point, like, what are you going to do? And the only reason why I haven't said sayonara and jumped ship and taken my like measly little 401k, whatever they have, the retirement system, is because going to school to be a teacher, if you work for a school district, it helps with placement. So you can kind of guarantee that you'll be placed at least within the district that you're already working for. So
yeah, that's the catch.
Yeah, that's the only reason. Otherwise, I would have like picked up my measly, like I said, retirement savings so far, because I can't get it until I retire from the school district, and said sayonara.
Jeez.
But it is what it is. So I'm going to say hello to the chat, and then we'll get into the news from DC Fandome that broke today. So from the top, I got a super chat from Orange Chat Reviews. Won't be able to make it, but I will leave a like and give a present $5 super chat. Thank you, Orange Chat Reviews. I thanked you in the DMs on Twitter. So you don't have to do that, but totally forgot. I do apologize that it was this Harry Potter stream. I forgot about that when I made this live stream. So I apologize. I really there's something that I had to talk about. I'm sorry. Don't punish me, but thank you, Orange Chat. If you are watching this, I very much appreciate it. And Darth Megatron, wish I could hang out, but I'm going to be busy planning the invasion of Earth tonight. Could you start with Victoria in Australia, please? Thank you very much.
Run!
AKA going to work. Just wanted to stop by and say hi to the gorgeous Shade Shadow. Thank you. Oh, and fuck the Motobots. Pretty much. Thank you. And $20 super chat from Dave M. Doing this now so I don't interrupt the chat. You know, I don't ever have to worry about that. I'll do my best to be here, be there. So hopefully you can stop by if you're not already in the chat. I'm scrolling from the beginning down, so we'll see. And yes, Galen Merrick, what the hell? One dislike. My fan showed up to leave a thumbs down. They always show up to leave at least one thumbs down. And Apollo Patriot, the meme god himself. Hail Greek mythology, and I love my blue Twi'lek women. And I didn't see the new Rhino Cat meme, but I did see the new memes that you put in, and yeah, they are something. They are something, but appropriate. I will say appropriate. And David, yes, he's here. Thank you. How's it going with my day today? It was a long day, and hopefully I got my internet situation fixed. That's part of the reason why, because I had to wait for Verizon to call me back. Called them yesterday. Talked to them, and they're like, "Oh, we can upgrade to your faster speed at a cheaper cost." And he quoted me the cost, and I'm like, "Wait a minute, that's what you guys are supposed to be charging us to begin with." So somewhere, something got screwed up on Verizon then when we upgraded our internet back in June.
Oh no!
That's probably why my broadcasts have been cutting out, because the internet that we're supposed to be on is supposed to be able to reach through 5 levels.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay, so we fixed it hopefully today. So he called back, confirmed that's what we wanted to do, and then I had to wait for an associate to call me to reconfirm that that's what I wanted to do before they put the order in. But thankfully, all they have to do is kind of do whatever wiring or flip switches or whatever they have to do on their end, so no technician has to come out since we don't have the router. But hopefully by tomorrow, because they give it 24 hours, my internet will be fixed completely, and I will be able to stream on Twitch in my full thottery on Sunday prior to the Geek stream. That's my plan. I already know.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, I already know what I'm going to title the stream. I already know. I was in Lyndon's chat. He was streaming Ghost of Tsushima today. I have like 2 stream titles planned out, pretty much. One I think is going to tick off some people.
Ooh.
But it is what it is. So Subhuman, thank you for stopping by. Alex Rogan's Ghost, best avatar and name ever. Hello all. Trey Courtney, hail. Daniel James, hail all. With Daniel in the chat, I gotta do another member stream. I was going to do one tonight, but I wanted to wait until I got my internet situated, fixed. So my plan is next Friday, because I want to make sure that everyone is able to participate who's members of my channel. I will do a members only stream Friday evening. I will do like a regular live stream Wednesday, and then a members only one late Friday evening. So it should be good for everyone. That's my plan. So stay on me. Make sure I do that, because getting a lot of stuff done. Runner Studios, thank you for stopping by. Make sure I get everyone in the chat. I think I got everyone so far. Peter Hahn, I am here. It's like, they told me they fixed it. Well, hopefully they fixed it by now. Hopefully they fixed it by now. So, and Michael Brent, I wish that Rocksteady Studio did a Superman game, Wonder Woman game, Captain Planet game, or Justice League game. Well, Mike, don't spoilers. But we'll leave it till whenever I'm talking about. I guess Saturday morning for you, Daniel, because I want to make sure. Because if I do it midweek, it's really iffy who all can show up, especially with time zones. Gotta love those. But so I want to do it Friday evenings. It'll be Saturday morning your time. So hopefully you can make it, because I really want you to be able to make it this one at least, because I haven't been able to do it so everyone can show up. Well, just wait and see. Just wait and see. I might. I have a troll fan on Twitter, so I might take her off with this title. So if she follows me on Twitter,
she's still annoyed by you.
I think it's a parody account, which is why I've been having fun with it and not savage mode on it. Because so she comes in and I say she. I'm only going up based off the avatar, but comes in with like the most ridiculous takes. This can't be serious. Yeah, like this can't be serious. You have to be a parody. So I'll basically just like troll her back, pretty much. And it's like she's accused me of cultural appropriation, and I'm like, I'm appropriate the hell out of that culture when I play Ghost of Tsushima. So I have samurai sword.
I was gonna say you should have like a dress or headdress or something. I don't know, something on it next time you play it. Really tick her off.
Oh, I should get one of those. Find one of those headbands like in Karate Kid. Wear that one. Yes. So I have my samurai sword, and the closest thing I have to like I don't want to say samurai outfits or armor is like my Aikido gi from when I was taking Aikido. But even then, it's kind of like nah, not really.
Yeah.
So I started playing Ghost of Tsushima, and it's awesome. Yes, it is, and it is one of those games where it's like you're in it for the long haul, because not only is there a main story mission, but you have to liberate the island, and to do that, it's a lot of little missions you have to do.
Ooh, like kind of like The Witcher. Witcher's the same way.
Pretty much, yeah. And the experience, they call it technique points because you put it into stances and things like that. So basically, liberating farmsteads, dojos, areas, things like that.
Oh, cool.
I have so far liberated the bottom part of the island. So now I'm in Act 2. So when I stream, I'm going to try not to go into spoiler stories like with the main story. So whenever I stream, I'm going to do like the side type missions that don't have a big effect on the story, because I don't want people coming in going, "What the fuck? What?" Like, I don't want the spoiler for me.
Spoilers.
Yeah, like I don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. Because Lyndon streams for several hours at a time, so he basically just went through the entire.
I don't know how he does that.
I don't know, but he got to a point where I'll keep the tab open so you have me watching you, but I'm not. I'm going to go on another tab.
Yeah.
Love you, but I gotta mute you. Is it cultural appropriation if I play Ghost, or is it okay because I'm black? I would say, based on the SJW logic, it's okay because you're black, because I'm a white woman and white equals racist. So I would say it's okay. And good evening, Generation Productions. It's been a while since I've seen you. Hey, Jade Shadow and that Tug Life. So happy you stopping by. So Mara, is it right I'm rubbing salt in the Last of Us 2 fans' wounds? I mean, I don't necessarily want to say it's wrong, but at the same time, I don't know, I've moved on. Like, if they want to bitch and moan, it's them, but I just basically point out articles like the one that's selling out in Japan. It's actually second only to Spider-Man in terms of sales in Japan. So it already beat The Last of Us Part 2 sales in Japan. And it's well on its way, I think, overall overtaking Last of Us Part 2.
That's crazy.
I think so. I think so. It's like I said in my videos, the real key is longevity. Like how well the game sells. Not in the first 3 days, because that's what these people like to point out. It's Last of Us Part 2 sold 4 million copies, but I'm like, no. That's 4 million units to gaming stores, technically. And 2, it dropped 80%.
Yeah.
In the first week.
And this one hasn't. I mean, it's it's still doing well, and that's with a pandemic going on. And at this point, people are out of jobs and they haven't been getting paid as much because they're all on unemployment, and the game is still skyrocketing. So it's like,
oh yeah, I mean, I had to buy like digital. I had to buy a digital. I basically because I couldn't get to the store for one thing, and then two, I'm like, you know what, I want to play it, and I'm seeing all these things, people like going out and buying it, so I just downloaded it right to my PS4. So
I heard that there's like no physical copies anywhere. I haven't looked personally, but
so I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, so if people are watching a gaming stream, they should be expecting spoilers. Yeah, to be fair, they should be expecting spoilers, but at the same time, I'm like, this really goes into a lot of spoiler territory. So especially when you get into Act 2. Act 1 is different, I think, because you're still early enough in the game. But once you get into Act 2, well on your way to Act 3, it's like, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what the chat says, but that's my feeling. Yes, I only stopped watching because I'm playing the game. And because I'm playing the game, if I weren't playing the game, I wouldn't care. But because I'm playing the game, I don't want to be spoiled too much. And if people are playing the game, I don't want them to be spoiled too much if they're watching my stream. So praise Jesus. Thank you for stopping by. Sup, Brian Warris. Hey, hi, Mara and Tugs. Phil, TMNT. OMG, hey, Jade Shadow. You look so amazing, but hi, Tugs. You also look amazing. Thank you, Phil. Appreciate it. How are you, Jade Shadow? Hope everything's going well. Internet is fixed, hopefully. So I should be streaming on Twitch in the very near future. So, let's see. Well, I was talking about Ghost of Tsushima, but we are going to be talking about the Suicide Squad game. So we will be talking about games. White is beautiful. Don't let nobody tell you different. Aw, thanks. But yeah, so, okay, now that I think I've caught up with the chat, like I said, we'll be talking about the Suicide Squad game, but that's going to come later because it could come in spoiler territory. I'm going to bring up the CBR article with the guests that will be coming to DC Fandome. They'll be part of DC Fandome. So I'm going to start sharing my screen.
Shout out to these guys for putting it all in an article because really tiny letters and they went really fast. And I was like, I'm old and can't read that. So it's going to be a giant surprise for me. I have no idea.
So I don't know if it necessarily goes into like all the people, but these are like the major players that we'll be expecting at DC Fandome. So here is it's a 24-hour virtual event. It's supposed to be 10 a.m. Pacific time, so it should be like 1 p.m. Eastern time, which I'm looking forward to. I also want to pay Drunk to see him how not to play. I'm sorry, but I love him. And Rulon, howdy, thank you for stopping by. I tease him. I told him. I don't know if you're reading the live chat or not when you're watching the stream, Tugs, but somewhere down near the end, I told him the next time he streams this game, he should title it "How Do You Fall Off Tsushima?"
Yes, I love that.
So that's my suggestion to him for next time he streams. Go to Tsushima. So, but here is the article. It's a 24-hour event. So I don't know if I'm going to be watching the entire event, but
I just want to go shop. My first goal is to do all of the shopping on all of the merchandise, and then worry about panels and stuff later. Give me all of the exclusives. Give me.
Yeah, which I'm getting the shirt Zack Snyder showed on Justice Con. The one where it's his the Justice League logo on the front and then associate producer on the back where you can write your name.
That's really cool that he's doing. That's really neat that he's doing that. It's really cool.
That just shows like. I mean, I'm not saying he's the only director or producer that's like this, but that he seems so genuine.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of them, like come off as genuine, but you can tell are just deep down fake. Whereas he is like, I feel like you could have just a laid back conversation with him, and it would be like no different than talking to a friend.
Yeah.
Not calling Zack Snyder a friend, just laid conversation. But Zack Snyder, if you're watching,
call me. We'll get a beer.
But anyway, so maybe, I mean, who knows? Like these like now the roster, but anything could change. Anything could change. It's like 2 weeks from now. So 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
So anything can change in 2 weeks. Anything can change in 2 weeks. But here is some of the rosters so far. All right. So here are, I think, the big names down here. All right. So, when watching the motion graphic, eagle-eyed viewers will see recognizable names from the world of comics, television, movies, video games, and other media, such as Adam Brody, Amy Smart, Brandon Vietti, Brenton Thwaites, Brett Dalton, Chris Pine, Christopher Priest, Chris Williams, Connor Leslie, Dan Jurgens, Damon Lindelof, Danica McKellar, David F. Sandberg, Emmanuel Lupacino, Ezra Miller, Gal Gadot, G. Willow Wilson, Grant Morrison, Greg Berlanti, Greg Wiseman, Idris Elba, James Gunn, Jason Fabok, James Wan, Minka Kelly, Mark Wade, Mark Guggenheim, Lost Logic.
Yes, he
Nathan,
announced that earlier.
I love his artwork.
Me too.
Nathan Fillion, Patty Jenkins, Tara Strong, Timothy Dalton, Tom King, Val Kilmer, Viola Davis, Zachary Levi, and Zack Snyder. And speaking of Val Kilmer, I'm going to stop sharing this real fast. Speaking of Val Kilmer, I'm going to stop sharing this real fast. Here it is. Val Kilmer is coming to DC Fandome, and Batman fans want to know what that means.
This article's like, hold up, we have questions.
Yeah. What does this mean? What does this mean?
Release the Schumacher cut!
So basically, people noticed that Val Kilmer's name is on the list. And his presence at the fan event is surprising for a variety of reasons. The actor has never spoken fondly of his time making Batman Forever, which saw him play the Caped Crusader just once before being replaced by George Clooney. He was better than George Clooney, to be honest.
I love Batman Forever personally. It's a pleasure of mine, and I thought he was not necessarily a good Batman, but I loved him as Bruce Wayne. Like, if I could take his Bruce Wayne and put him with another Batman, I probably would.
Yeah, I'd see that. I like the movie for what it was. Like, I don't want to say turn your brain off necessarily, but just kind of like relax and don't take it seriously, because I don't think it was necessarily, at least a version that was released was really meant to be taken seriously given the aesthetics of the film and some of the dialogue. But because of that, now it's the director. This is also the matter of Schumacher's death. The director passed away in early June, not long after Kilmer's interview with the Times, and with his death came rumors of a Schumacher cut of Batman Forever. So now I'm pretty much expecting people to come back out and say, release the Schumacher cut. Like Schumacher cut announcements from Batsource on Twitter. Schumacher cut. Does this mean like we're getting a Schumacher cut? I mean, who knows at this point? Who knows? Like,
I'm keeping in my head that he's probably just going to either there's going to be something about Batman and there's going to be a couple of actors that are like, yeah, playing Batman was great. Or he's going to come out like at an awards show and be like, and the next panel will be these people. And then walk out. I'm trying not to get all excited about it, but.
So it would make sense because like the last paragraph in the CBR article, like it's basically been confirmation that Matt, like cast and crew associated with Matt Reeves' Batman will be there at DC Fandome.
Oh.
So we should be getting news about the Batman movie.
Wait, but were any of them on that list? I mean, I know that list that you read was real short, but on the original list?
I'd have to try to look up the original list. Because there is a lot of names on there, but here I know I saw an article here. I'll find it and bring it up.
I'm trying to think because they go in alphabetical order, which is the only thing I looked for was the H's, and I'm like, okay, no Henry, boo. Tom King also, boo.
Yeah, I know. I saw Tom King and
can we talk about Tom King? I'm gonna get a lot of flack for this, but I'd rather trade Tom King for Amber Heard.
And the Michael Bendis. I'm like, no.
Why do I know that name? Where's that one? Who's that guy?
He kind of. No. What did he work on? But he basically screwed up Superman.
Is he a comic person?
Yeah, he's a comic person.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Let's see. Let's see if I can let's see.
If I can find somebody who got a screenshot.
Here's another article from Uprocks. Let me see if this has more names on it, so I'll stop sharing that screen.
Okay. Oh, well, they have the list on the web. What? I'm confused.
Yeah.
No.
Go away. So basically, it's Robert Pattinson is confirmed to make an appearance that hopefully won't involve setting any more microwaves on fire. So, Robert Pattinson is slated to be at DC Fandome.
Okay, at least Robert Pattinson is. Okay, because I didn't see Zoe's name at the Z's at the end. It only looked like it was Zachary Levi and Zack Snyder, but those were the only ones that I caught. Like, my brain went, hey.
Yeah, those are the ones I caught. And it would make sense with Zachary Levi, given that Dwayne The Rock Johnson is going to be there, and we have the Black Adam movie coming out.
With me injected into this vein right here.
Yeah, so...
He announced that this morning, and I was like...
This is like, DC is really the only roster so far that I'm actually anticipating the films. I might see 1 or 2 MCU films, even though I've checked out, but I want to see Shazam 2. I overall enjoyed Shazam. It's about mid on my list. But I want to see Shazam 2, see what they do with it, because I don't judge Shazam too much, because when it's an origin movie, I'm like, okay, you're finding your footing sort of situation. So let's see where they take it in the sequel.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of that, when you have Black Adam coming, you have the Batman film coming, you have Zack Snyder's Justice League, you have, I am still anticipating Wonder Woman 1984, even though I have apprehensions about that. I am anticipating it, and then there will be a Wonder Woman 3 because Patty Jenkins is working on it.
Yes,
right
and that's
now.
her last one.
Yes. So, but I'm waiting to see how Patty Jenkins does, because I'm not saying all the let's put it this way, all the success for Wonder Woman is attributed to Zack Snyder, but at the same time, with him kind of helping call the shots on Wonder Woman, and him not necessarily being as big of a player on Wonder Woman 1984, I'm waiting to see what Patty Jenkins does, and if she impresses me, then yeah, I'll be looking forward to Wonder Woman 3. Yes, James, and Shazam was able to stand on its own. Yes, exactly. Not all of these films have to be connected. Not all of these films have to be part of one big cinematic universe that Marvel did, which ultimately, if you think about it, please don't at me in the chat. If you think about it, it became so convoluted. They weren't even following their own continuity.
Oh, God. Yeah. That got real bad, really, really bad there at the end. With that being said, though, please, for the love of all that is holy, give me Superman, Henry, Zachary Levi, Shazam, and Rock as Black Adam, the 3 of them fighting each other, because my ovaries want to explode. Thank you so much.
Part of me wants them to release a cut of the last scene in Shazam, even if it's like just to kind of like sort of not reshoot it, but basically edit in Henry Cavill.
People got so mad about that. And I was like, okay, first of all, they had to go with what they had to work around with, first of all. Secondly, I thought it was adorable, personally. It's from the point of view of a kid, and I don't know, I thought it was cute. But I remember when that came out, people were livid, and I'm like,
yeah,
simmer down.
Yeah, so I mean, I can kind of see where some people were. I'm not saying like the people who were like way upset. I'm like, okay, calm down for a situation. But I could kind of see like how they marketed the movie to be like more of a comedy than it was. But at the same time, I liked the heart of the film, because at the core of Shazam is basically family, and how like family goes beyond blood.
Yep, exactly. I love it, and it was so much darker than you can always tell somebody who hasn't actually seen Shazam. Because I walked out of that movie theater going, dear God. The scene with his mom, that boardroom scene, I was like, this is borderline terrifying, and I'm a grown-up person, okay? And there's all these it's creepy.
Yep.
David Sandberg did a great job.
Like I said, it's like kind of like in the middle for me, where it's like there are ones that I like better than Shazam, but there's definitely ones I like way less than Shazam. So it's right in the middle for me.
Yeah,
like the
3 of them could be fighting. You just see Jason Momoa's Aquaman having a beer with Amira down there, just be like, look at these idiots. That'd be funny. I don't even care. I just them all
just chilling with Batfleck is like,
he's like, hey, Bats, you gonna interfere? Nope.
Yeah. Like,
nope. I'm okay with it. That's why I want a cinematic universe, just so I can see all of these people together in one scene, in one like on screen together. Because these are actors that typically don't cross over in general. Like without this, we probably never would have seen Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill on screen together ever, just because they're very here movie wise and director wise and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, pretty much.
I want this. Okay, give it.
Trey Courtney says, I'm happy Shazam didn't feel like an MCU movie, unlike Justice League. I agree. That's like a big plus that I would give. Like, it stands on its own. It still feels like a DC film. It has the comedy, well-placed comedy, and not one of those where it's like a touching scene or like a serious scene and then like a throwaway joke. No. Like, the humor worked where it needed to be. It, I don't want to say it got depressing, but it got moving when it needed to be. It got dark where it needed to be. But it did not feel like an MCU film.
Yeah, and I said that as I agree with that, and I liked Justice League, and it was very MCU.
Hey, hi Mara, thank you for stopping by. Sorry, Daniel James, who's playing Mira though?
Amber Heard as of the moment.
Yeah, I mean, okay, all right. Again, I'm going to call for her firing, although deep down I think she should be, given how just batshit insane she is. But at the same time, it's the studio's call. So really at that point, if the studio keeps her, then you speak with your wallet and don't see the film. Don't call for boycotts or anything like that. I mean, that's just my personal opinion, because really, studios don't care if you sign a petition. They really don't care if you sign a petition. They do care if the box office get hurt, pretty much.
Yeah.
So if you're not happy with it, if you're not happy with it, don't go see it. I might end up seeing it even if she's in it, just because I did enjoy Aquaman more than I thought I would. So I'm curious to see where they take the sequel.
Yeah, I'm excited. I heard the sequel was going to be. But there were rumors floating around that the plots they were throwing around were Dolphin. So like replacing Amber Heard, instead of having Mira, they would bring in Dolphin, who's Aquaman's other love interest.
That could work.
And killing off the parents, which would make me sad.
Yeah,
but I don't know. Hi, Ryan.
Hey.
I see you haven't yet.
Yeah, she doesn't. Dolphin doesn't talk enough.
That's
Are you guys talking about Amber Heard? Like, getting?
Well, someone brought up in the chat like who would be playing Mira if they did an Aquaman sequel, and
I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm not gonna get fake offended about Amber Heard being in a movie.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. I honestly think both of them are fucking crazy pieces of shit. If she gets some punishment, some legit punishment from the justice system that would make everyone uncomfortable with her being part of it, then that's fine. But in the same way that, like, I don't know, most jobs, if you get a DUI or if you get in a bar fight, you're probably not going to be fired the next day. Most jobs out there. Because there's a criminal justice system to take care of that. But the same way with Ezra Miller, right? Ezra Miller choked that bitch. I want him not to be Flash because I think he's a terrible Flash. We'll see what he is in Zack Snyder's Justice League. But I'm not all about calling for people's jobs for shit that happens like that. In my mind, at least. I don't care. I'll go watch the movie. As long as she looks good underwater with her hair fake wet, I don't care.
Mira. I liked her Mira too.
Well, that's what I was saying. Pretty much, it's like really down to the studio's call if they want to keep her as Mira or not. They don't care if you sign a petition or not. They don't care if you call for a boycott or not. They do care the box office figures. So if you don't like the fact that she's Mira, then don't go see the film. I'm still go see it because I want to see where they take Aquaman. I mean, I'm not exactly going to like the fact that she's playing Mira because I think she should at least face some justice for what she did. But I'm not going to call for her being fired because that's not my call. That's the studio's call ultimately.
Yep.
If they don't fire her, that's on them.
Yep.
pretty much. That's how I look at it. Thomas Gilkey, thanks for stopping by. Hi, all.
Hey, Thomas.
I think we're going to. I mean, they did have the Atom in the films, and I think we're going to see him again. I know we're going to see him again. I don't know if we're going to necessarily see a solo film, but we're going to see Atom again.
But we're going to see. I don't know if we're going to see Ray Palmer. We know Ryan Choi is going to be in Zack Snyder's Justice League. I haven't heard anything about Ray Palmer.
Yeah,
I was trying to figure out, like, we saw Ray Palmer? That's right. It was the other one.
Yeah. For $2.99 super chat, I didn't see Mark Hamill or Kevin Conroy on the list. That is true. That is true. I don't recall seeing their names, but like I said, 2 weeks from now, anything is possible. Anything can happen. Who knows? Who knows at this point? It would have been nice, considering that you have Robert Pattinson there and you have Val Kilmer there, to have Kevin Conroy, who's basically, I would argue, the epitome of Batman in people's eyes. Like, even including live action films, if you were to say Batman, people would immediately say Kevin Conroy.
Yep.
I would go as far as saying that. My live action Batman is Michael Keaton, but Kevin Conroy is like tied right there as far as what I think of when I think of Batman. Just like Mark Hamill is right up there with Jack Nicholson when I think of Joker. Pretty much neck and neck.
Yep. Yeah, I'm sad their names aren't on the list. I'm also sad that the last performance we got out of either of them was that god-awful Killing Joke movie.
Yeah, I mean, why they padded it out with Batgirl? I really don't. I mean, I understand because like what happens to her in Killing Joke, but the whole, like, you didn't have to see that much.
No. We could have just hinted at it like they did in Batman, the Batman animated series. It was like hinted at. It was hinted. Ugh.
Yeah.
I'm still salty. I'm salty.
So have you looked at the list at all, Ryan, about the guests that are going to be at DC Fandom?
Not really, not too hard. I mean, I know I saw the Rock's post. I saw the Rock's post about it, which is pretty cool. But who else are we gonna have?
Val Kilmer.
Really?
Yeah, Val Kilmer's supposed to be there at DC Fandom, which is why I was like, you have Robert Pattinson and Val Kilmer. It would kind of be nice to see other Batmans, basically.
But Michael Keaton's not on the list, I don't think.
No.
I feel like that would be big news if that was a thing.
Oh yeah, he would be like right in there. Yeah, the Batman. So Robert Pattinson's going to be there. Wonder Woman cast, including Gal Gadot, Chris Pine, Suicide Squad, The Flash, Black Adam, Shazam 2, and so forth. So that's.
Can you go to The Flash? What does The Flash say?
I think it's the show. Oh no, that's the movie. Oh
yeah,
I just
right
assumed
there.
that was the show.
No, because Ezra Miller was listed in the cast, or not cast, but like guests that are going to be there.
No, but I figured Ezra was there for stupid me for Zack Snyder.
Well, I would say arguably Zack Snyder's Justice League and this because of the whole.
It says him and Machete are going to host a panel on it. Mm-hmm. So considering those are the only two people that are probably like actually confirmed to be part of this movie at this point in time, yeah, and they even mention in there the Michael Keaton stuff. Mm-hmm. Because that'll be the thing. Like Michael Keaton could be back as Batman and as Batman again, because that's what the rumors were going around, that Michael Keaton was going to play his Batman from that timeline in the Flash movie.
Bruh. That would be nuts.
So yeah. So I mean, this is like right now the news that we're getting for DC Fandom, and it's going to be 2 weeks from now. And I imagine the closer we get, the more news we're going to get. Like a schedule, hopefully we will get, when to expect the panels, so we can kind of plan accordingly. Any, stream sniping, allegedly stream sniping.
I will be on East Coast time, so I'll be in part of that weekend.
So East Coast time is 1 p.m. So,
yeah. Okay.
I
hope
we have it.
Handle this.
So I basically have it on my calendar, essentially. So it's like 1 p.m. Don't talk to me. I want to because I want the Justice League panel or Zack Snyder panel or whatever you want to call it. I want to see that one. I don't know. I want to see a lot of them. Wonder Woman 84, Black Adam, Shazam 2, the Batman panel.
Excited.
This is gonna be crazy. This really is gonna be crazy.
The
But
Wonder Woman, the Wonder Woman 84 stuff is like, they're probably like, we thought this movie was going to be out already, and we're still doing stupid panels for it.
yeah, yeah.
Black Adam is going to be interesting because like the Rock's tweet I thought was interesting because he said something to the effect of they asked for a hero, but instead they got me or something. Which does kind of go to confirm, like everyone's, he's not gonna be a villain, he's gonna be an anti-hero,
which is what he is anyway. So
yeah, so that kind of does go along with that stuff.
Thomas Cookie says, what's interesting is that John Glover played Dr. Sivana's dad in Shazam and also voiced the Riddler in Batman the Animated Series.
Right. And he was also Lionel Luthor.
Which was pointed out by Daniel James. Because I would say up until like the last couple seasons or so,
took a hard that way.
Yeah, was very good. And Michael Rosenbaum, I think, okay, you can at me all you want. He was the best Lex Luthor. Michael Rosenbaum's character, best Lex Luthor.
I agree.
In live action.
I will say I did like Kevin Spacey. I liked Kevin Spacey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I thought Kevin Spacey was okay as the character. I just thought I thought the movie was dumb. Like, I just thought the premise of what Lex was trying to do in that movie was stupid.
Yeah, it didn't really make any sense, but Kevin Spacey nailed it.
Was that the beachfront property one? Was that one?
I don't know. I repressed that movie, so I have no idea.
Yeah.
Probably was.
Some property. Yeah.
It sounds stupid. It sounds stupid in that movie. So yeah.
Yeah.
So Jeremy 5, Russia approved. Hail Mara, Tugs, and Ryan. Thank you for stopping by. Happy Dinosaur 8000. So Chomp, happy night to you, Mara Jade. Tugs, sorry. He calls
Riggs. I'm changing my name.
Ryan. And Ryan, Chomp, thank you. Phil TMNT. Whoa, Jade Shadow, you let Ryan on? Well, just to annoy him, I'm going to tackle him with a virtual hug, non-refundable. So there you go, Ryan. Yes, I liked his Lex. Yep. I say, like, arguably, I mean, I'm nothing against Kevin Spacey, nothing against Gene Hackman, but the best live action Lex Luthor has been Michael Rosenbaum.
I agree, 100%. And also, weirdly enough, he's been my favorite Flash.
There you go.
Flash.
The suit thing pissed me off. That's why I didn't finish it. Sorry, I missed.
What suit?
Yeah, what suit? Did I miss? Sorry, are you talking about? Your last comment is about Aquaman, about Amber Heard. So if that's the suit you're talking about,
he's talking about Smallville.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Smallville. Yeah, I was trying to say, like, basically took a hard, like Tug said, like, way that way.
I liked Smallville at first, especially because they like tried not to make him. It was very cool to see the development and everything, but they've always had him in red and blue. And they had to come up with all these different combinations of how to put him in red and blue and make it look good, and it was just so funny because they couldn't put him in the suit.
Like, hey, just in case you were confused, Clark Kent, Superman, just in case
he started using his powers to save people, but they couldn't put him in the suit, so they had to figure out what to do. That was a game. That was a fun game.
Yeah. Also, Galen Merrick also liked Lex Luthor for Marvel. Yeah. So basically, okay, John Glover is on the list there. They basically only picked out like certain names. So, but if you try to watch that damn video, it scrolls so fast. But I can believe it. I can believe it since he was in Shazam, even though, like, you know, what happened to his character, no spoilers, but he was in Shazam. And he was, like you pointed out, the voice of the Riddler on Batman the Animated Series. So basically, he has been part of DC for a while. So.
All right. Sorry, we kind of detoured there.
But I mean, is there any panels that you're looking forward to, Ryan, of like the guests that you want pure information about?
I don't know. I'll have to take a look. Like, I haven't been able to do too deep of a dive into this today because I've been a little busy. Mm-hmm. But like, they have to have some surprises in store, right?
Oh,
I can't imagine that there's not some people that aren't on this list that will eventually be there.
Yeah.
But I mean, maybe it is complete and total list. I saw some people like, oh, Ryan Reynolds isn't on the list.
Well,
And it's like, yeah, that's because those rumors were the dumbest fucking thing ever.
yeah.
That they were like that Zack Snyder, a guy who has been like very anti, hey, go with whatever like everybody tells you to go with, that he would be like, you know what, this guy that I made as Green Lantern for my movie, yeah, fuck that guy. Ryan Reynolds, you're coming back in. Like just to spite Jeff Johns or something. Like that's so not Zack Snyder. So the idea of that happening is silly.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, the next day it's like, oh, he's actually Hawkman. and then he comes out and trolls everybody. And some people are like, ooh, does this mean is he trying to like, he came out pretty quick after that. Does this mean he's really going to be Hawkman? It's like, come on. I don't know.
He could be a lantern in the sense of a different. I mean, there's so many lanterns.
Well,
like,
he could come in the future in some way,
yeah,
for sure. But the idea that
Flashpoint or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
That's what I was thinking. Like with the Flash movie and opening up the different multiverses, I could see Ryan Reynolds at least making a cameo appearance, like with what Michael Keaton would do, making an appearance as Batman.
That'd be cool. That'd be funny. I like that.
I'll
but
be
the
honest.
the video that they released, Ryan, if you haven't, I don't know if you've seen it yet, but it lists all these names that are like confirmed, but then it says it does the whole and many more thing.
Yeah.
So I know that people were mad about certain people or not or whatever, and I was like, okay, but it says and many more, so just chill. Calm down.
I mean,
Everybody's not confirmed yet. It's okay.
It's like Comic-Con, right? Like you're gonna see some announcements that you didn't know about. You're gonna see like when Thor: Love and Thunder was announced and Natalie Portman comes out there. Yep. You know, no one knew Natalie Portman was going to be there. No one knew that was going to happen, but it's a surprise. That's what this is about. But back to Ryan Reynolds, I'll be honest, I don't necessarily want him back as Green Lantern. Ryan Reynolds has made a joke about Green Lantern for forever. He literally shot himself in the head in his last movie to try to insult Green Lantern. You know what I mean? So I don't have any desire to see Ryan Reynolds back. If they wanted him back and he really wanted to come back, maybe they could do it. I thought he was fine as Hal Jordan. But the way he's treated everything like a joke afterwards kind of pissed me off.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think that was more because everybody else kind of also treated it as a joke. So I think he's feeding off of us because we made it for a while too. I don't know.
We'll see. Like I said, I could see him maybe making a cameo appearance, if that. But people thinking that he's going to replace the actor that Zack Snyder already got to play pretty much what's been like confirmed to be at least Hal Jordan, maybe Hal Jordan, but at least Green Lantern at some point down the road in his Justice League films. He's not going to replace them. He's already scenes are already filmed, and the guy worked out. He posted those photos. They were like, hints dropping that we're going to see at least, if not Green Lantern, the beginning of Green Lantern in the first Justice League film. So it is what it is. That's what I see. So, but because speaking of now, because I have this article up and you see the Suicide Squad at the top of the screen.
So
another news that broke today, even though we've all pretty much known this was going to pretty much happen. And that is Rocksteady basically confirmed that the game they're working on will be a Suicide Squad game. That's the news that broke today. And this is where we could kind of get into spoiler territory, and I'm going to leave it up to the chat. If what everyone would want to know about the game. But here it is.
I'll be real, just from the cover art of the game, it kind of tells you what it's going to be about,
People think it's Bizarro, and I'm like, I mean, but it's possible, but I just don't.
He doesn't look like Bizarro Superman. He looks like Superman.
Yeah, he looks like Superman to me. People are like, well, it's got a purple tint to it, and if you zoom in, you can see the crackles in his eyes. And I'm like, you mean the same crackles that Man of Steel? He gets those little veins when he gets all glowy eyed. That's a Superman thing. What? That's not the first time that's been used. What are you talking about?
So this is what Rocksteady Studios tweeted out today. So for yeah, this is what people are like saying. Like, you know, this is what people are talking about. Here's the tweets. I tweeted it out earlier. I'm like, please don't screw it up. I don't know exactly how I feel with the rumors I'm seeing, but at the same time, I'm like, we'll see.
I'm freaking pumped. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'm excited too because it's Rocksteady. Like it's someone who just gave us a ton of really good Batman games, regardless if you like Arkham Knight, the tank part or not. You know, that's debatable. They've gave us great story, entertaining gameplay. Those are fucking good games. They just are. So the idea that they are going to be doing a Suicide Squad game, I'm excited about it. Now, is it going to be, you know, we've heard rumors about all these potential playable characters. There's like 8 or 9 playable characters. I would have the same concerns about that I have with the Avengers game that's about to come out. If they'll be able to give you a feeling, like a good polished feeling like you have when you're Batman, with several different characters and different types of gameplay. Obviously, Cheetah is going to feel a lot different to play than Deadshot, I would imagine.
Yeah.
So we'll see. That's more where my concerns come from. But as far as like the game and the story and everything, I'm down with it. Yeah, for sure. And it also, like this also, we've been hearing for fucking a couple years now. They're like, Rocksteady might be making a Superman game. Like that's been a rumor that constantly got pushed. I think that's what this was. Probably. I think that a lot of people saw Superman, whether it was for concept art or Superman stuff in game, right, when they were making models for it, and they thought maybe it's a Superman game. Mm-hmm. That's kind of what I think.
Honestly, a Superman game would be so boring. You have unlimited power. Like how would you even make that work? Honestly.
Yeah. I love Superman, but he would be too OP as a main character.
This is great.
There's a Superman game for like I forget what console. It was a while ago, but there was a Superman game where you were invincible, like you couldn't die, but everything you did was based off of like your performance. Like if you got to a place fast enough to like save a kitten or whatever the hell you're doing, like that stuff like that. That'd be about the only thing you could do.
Where your actions have consequences, and that's how the story goes, kind of thing, like Fable or like that.
Not necessarily that it has consequences, but you just fail the mission.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. So try it again.
That would be like the only way that would work. It's like I said, I like Batman more, but I still love Superman, but he is OP for a main character.
You'd have to put him in a team game just so that you could switch back, because there's just they would get boring after a while.
Well, what if they did like a Superman? What if they did do a Superman where your actions had consequences and you had to make decisions and on like who you saved, like what you did? Because there's something going on in South America right now with a whole village full of people that could die, but there's also this thing going on in New York City or Metropolis. Like, what do you? Because you can't save everyone. Regardless of what anybody wants to portray Superman as, you can't save everyone because there's things going on at the same time and you can't be two places at once. Yeah. So
I'd like that.
So, and what it has consequences. And then at some point in the game, say maybe like halfway through, you have like Lois die and you get like the decision that he makes in Injustice. Lethal just brought up Injustice. Yeah. None of you played Injustice. It can be done. Well, Injustice is that's a fighting game.
Yeah, that's
I understand they could do a fighting game, but as far as if Superman was the character of your game, that's kind of what we're talking about.
An RPG, the Arkham games.
Yeah, where it's like, well, okay, I guess the only people that can fight him are. The only people that you'll fight in the game are other Kryptonians and people with kryptonite or magic. There's magic as other weakness. But But then that happens and you get decisions onto what you do after that. Do you kill Joker? Do you fucking punch through Joker's chest and continue the rest of the game as Superman gone over the edge? You know, that's a Superman game that I could see being interesting.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. That'd be okay. Hey.
What was the reason behind his vulnerability, Lethal? Because you said that can be replicated in any game. I'm not saying that it can't be replicated. I'm just saying that it would have to be done in a way for it to be believable as an RPG game. And like Ryan said, like have it so that your actions have consequences. Like, do you save Metropolis or do you save this people in this village somewhere down in South America or like down in the Central America, things like that? Do you actually fly all the way to Europe to stop a bomb that's about to go off, or do you go to like East Asia or whatever to stop a terrorist act? I mean, like it's
do you fly to Europe to save 50 people, or do you save Jimmy Olsen?
Yeah. Yeah.
That would be so fun.
Pills.
It's been forever since I played that game.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, I'd say like right now it could be done. It can be done. I'm saying like, you know, it's like they'd have to work it out. So
you have to be clever with it for sure.
Yeah.
But this way we kind of get both. I mean, I don't know if you'll be able to play as the heroes. Rumors say no, you're only going to be able to play as the squad members, but
yeah. I mean, if it's a Suicide Squad game, it would kind of make sense that you can only play as Suicide Squad members.
Yeah, okay.
I don't like in this article. Hold on. They list who you could like include characters, including.
I'm so excited.
Anyway, I mean, I saw the names for the characters. I mean, obviously, there's Harley Quinn. I mean, you're gonna have to add her.
There's Harley, Deadshot.
Yeah, Cheetah.
Was Deathstroke on there? I don't think Deathstroke. He's not really.
King Shark was on there.
Shark. Diablo was on the list. I know that.
Ooh, Diablo would be fun.
But like, if this doesn't happen, I'll actually genuinely be bummed. And I wanted to play as Katana.
Well, that's been a debate on Twitter too, is the things that rumors and the possible plot leaks and blah, blah, blah say that Katana is not involved because it's not based off of a movie. It's not a Suicide Squad game with the movie characters. It's Suicide Squad based off of the comic book characters. And technically in the comics, Katana is not part of the squad. She's a full-blown hero instead of kind of walking that line like they made her do in the movie. Mm-hmm. It's supposed to be kind of playing off of that comic run where the squad killed the Justice League.
Okay. All right.
So, I have no idea. But maybe she'll be like an unlockable character as like a bonus. That's a possibility. I can see them doing like alternate costumes too. Movie Harley, kind of thing. I don't know.
I mean, I could see that. But like I said, like right now it's just the announcement. We're supposed to be getting more news at DC Fandome. So hopefully we'll get it's next year, like when to expect it next year. I think I saw somewhere like September of 2021 possibly is like a release date, but again, we'll get
perfect, because that's when the movie comes out a month before that. So that would be perfect. Boom, boom. You get movie and game within a month of each other. I'm okay with it.
Yeah. So we have over a year for more information will be coming out. Like what to expect with this game. And also I'm hoping to get the name of the Batman game that's happening now, and we're getting basically bits and pieces of what to expect. But right now, I want just confirmation at this point. Like,
it's got to be Gotham Knights. There's no way it's not, because all the information about the Suicide Squad game, like that all got leaked. So it was like Suicide Squad game.com and Suicide Squad kills the Justice League.com got bought by Warner Brothers back in June. And at the same time, Gotham Knights, I think Gotham Knights game or something like that got bought by Warner Brothers. So it's almost certainly has to be Gotham Knights, especially after the Suicide Squad reveal.
Yeah, like I said, like we're getting basically we're kind of getting the information without the actual confirmation at this point, pretty much. So it's more or less like for me just getting to DC Fandome and going, by the way, you were right. Here's what Batman's game was going to be about. and that's also another game that I'm looking forward to, and hopefully sooner rather than later. I don't want to like have them make an announcement and have to wait forever, it seems, for this game to come out.
The rumors are it's supposed to come out this holiday, which to me that's a little early to like release it now and then it comes out, but I'm sure the hype would be there.
Yeah, the hype is definitely there. I would give it that. The hype is definitely there, and if they were to make the official announcement on DC Fandom, like say, hey, surprise, it's coming out at the end of this year, sort of a situation, it'll still work. It'll be a surprise to me, but I think it'll still work. Lethal Lightning says first rumor was Suicide Squad would be kind of like Borderlands. Sounds good to me.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
I mean, it has a Borderlands feel to it. I can see that. I mean, given like what the Suicide Squad is like, pretty much.
My question would it be like, do they just mean the style? I wouldn't imagine it would be first person, but like the the what was I trying to say? We saw a leaked Avengers game that was like in a certain stage where it was first person.
Mm-hmm.
That looked kind of dumb. They probably just mean like the overall style and everything of Borderlands as opposed to the first person aspect of it.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like I said, like just given the feel of Borderlands, and then you tie that into Suicide Squad, just the look and feel would work for the type of game. I think that at least that would be coming out centered on Suicide Squad taking on Justice League at this point. And so, okay, Tugs, I don't know if you want to bring up the image because you're the one who had to take the image for me to send it to me. But up to the chat. One in the chat if you want to see this spoiler image with like what the rumored plot is for Suicide Squad. 2, if you don't want any spoilers, let me know. So 1, you don't care or you do want to see it. 2, you don't want to see it because I don't want people coming at me on Twitter mad at me because I showed an image.
Yeah.
Why don't you say, hey, we're gonna get a possible spoiler warning? And if you're not down with that, I got 2 words for you. Get out.
And it's not anything confirmed either, guys. So
it's just rumors. It's just rumors. So I'm saying 1. I mean, at this point now, it's like you've had time to type in 1 or 2 if you're I'm sorry. So like whenever Tugs is ready to share it, this is what the game could possibly be. It's not confirmed. It's just speculation at this point.
This is really big for some.
And of course, Lethal Lightning has to put E. It's just speculation at this point. 1, Skytrooper 501st. So here it is. So basically, Suicide Squad kills the Justice League by Rocksteady Studios. So you have Amanda Waller going to war with the Justice League when Batman attempts to shut her down over the creation of Project Cadmus. Playable characters will include Deadshot, Harley Quinn, El Diablo, Captain Boomerang. You got to have the representation there. King Shark, Cheetah, and Enchantress. Set in the same universe as Gotham Knights. So the fact that we're doing that and like what we're speculating or anticipating the Batman game to be.
Yeah, they're going to be the same universe. If this is true for both of them, that puts them in the same universe, which is very interesting because the Batman game too is supposed to, again, be Gotham Knights, but also still mesh up with the Arkham games in a way too. So it's kind of like a soft reboot, not a complete one, and it's going to focus on the Court of Owls supposedly and all that stuff. So putting these 2 games, if that's true, in the same universe is really cool.
I feel like it really needs to be like a total reboot for it. Like I feel like they're saying soft reboot to make sure people like think it's connected. It's still Arkham, you know what I mean? Yeah. But like I don't see how. I mean, I guess they could just tell a story in the middle of all of these things, like in the middle of maybe Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. But I don't know. Just freaking start it over. I feel like the Arkham games had a good arc. And
when I say when I say Gotham Knights, it's like what Ryan literally just said, basically. Michael Brent. So it's not going to be it's going to be a soft reboot of the Arkham games. And if that's the question you have, I'm not sure if I'm reading that correctly, but Daniel James says Captain Boomerang is so racist. Imagine if there was a Captain AK-47. Hey, I'm sorry.
Would that be a Russian person?
Yeah, that'd be a Russian person. So, and I think like the American one would be like Captain M16 or something like that.
Yeah, Captain AR-12.
Captain M4. There you go.
Captain Boomerang. I am very excited that Jai Courtney is coming back. Speaking of Captain Boomerang.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Also, speaking of Jai Courtney, don't you want to look at Jai Courtney?
No, we can climb him like a tree. He's delicious.
Trey Courtney says, if this is the plot, I'm okay with this. Like if it's the plot, I mean, I want to see gameplay and like cinematics. Like right now, I'm just going off rumors. So if this is a game, like this is the story, okay, fine. But show me what to expect before I make a decision if I get the game. I figured you meant American, Daniel, but AK is actually a Russian-made gun. It's a Soviet-made gun.
Yeah.
AKs are not.
They're not American.
Yeah, it's not American. It's Kalashnikov, right?
Yeah, Kalashnikov.
Yeah. That's fucking Russian.
So speaking of racist, you assumed that it's American gun.
Captain Boomer.
Love you, Daniel. But no, it's not an American gun.
But
Americans probably have a lot of them.
Yeah, I mean, my dad
does not stand for assault rifle. Yeah. While we're here, just throw that out.
And my dad had like one or two AK-47s, and I learned how to disassemble one when I was younger. So I'd probably have to brush up on those skills, but I know how to disassemble and reassemble an AK-47.
Nice. I don't.
It's really, really simple. It's a really fun rifle to fire, and it's also very simple to break down and put back together. We love you, Daniel. We love you. I mean, it's. I can see the assumption because a lot of it is kind of associated with Americans buying guns just like that. So I can kind of see it. But I guess from here on in for Captain Boomerang, it'll be Captain M4 for us or something like that.
Hey, those are my headphones. I need those for my.
But that's all. I mean, that's like I say the big news pretty much that came out today. The lineup, like what to expect, the guests, including Val Kilmer, which is now kind of renewed calls for release the Schumacher cuts. Yeah.
Val Kilmer, it's so weird too because Val Kilmer hasn't gone outside since filming Top Gun Maverick, and even then nobody knew he was in the movie. I don't remember how that got out, but I think Tom Cruise said something about it.
Yeah, and the Suicide Squad game. And I've been going for a little over an hour, and I'm gonna start wrapping up here because I don't think there's really much more to talk about at this point. Though that, like I said, that was the big news that came out today, and expect more in the near future because we have 2 weeks until DC Fandome. The video that DC Fandome released today said, and many more. So who knows? Who knows? We might even get Michael Keaton showing up and saying, "I'm Batman," which would basically give me chills. If to hear him say those words, pretty much. Might get him. Might get Kevin Conroy. Might get Mark Hamill. Who knows at this point? It's a big event. It's only 24 hours, but it is huge. And I know that's what you're referring to, Daniel. So I want to thank my guests for being with me this evening. That Tug Life and Ryan Kindle giving their thoughts on the news that broke today. So I'm going to start with Ryan, since he was the second one to show up. If it's anything you're working on, and I know you have your Sunday stream that you normally do, but any other streams you're planning, let everybody know in the chat what to expect for your channel.
I'm probably going to have a Ghost of Tsushima video out tonight, just about all the sales stuff, the idea of how well it's doing in Japan still in its third week. The digital numbers, obviously Ghost of Tsushima was tops in PSN in July. That's not really a surprise, but we also got some numbers about Final Fantasy VII Remake that they've shipped an additional 1.5 million copies, which puts it at 5 million total So that might give us an idea of when we can expect to start to see numbers for The Last of Us 2, other than that 4 million number, which it hasn't moved since then. But things take a while in the video game industry to get real physical shipping numbers. So, I'm going to do a video like that. I'll start making it as soon as we're done here. It'll probably be out in an hour and a half.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I saw an article about the fact that the Ghost of Tsushima sales, at least in Japan, are second only to Spider-Man right now, and they're still selling.
In history, it's just under 300,000, and Spider-Man's just over 300,000. So another week, and it'll pass it.
Yeah, pretty much.
But Spider-Man's still doing well worldwide, digital sales, interestingly enough.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, lesson learned. Don't crap on the customers, and your games do well, pretty much. If your game is good and you don't go after the customers, then your game will sell well, pretty much. That's the lesson learned here, pretty much. So, again, that Tug Life, let everybody know, like, you're part of Park Hoppin', what to expect for that channel, and anything else you're working on.
Park Hoppin', we're doing our live stream, or our podcast stream tomorrow. I should probably be putting links like a good mod. Doing our podcast tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 o'clock Pacific. And that's really all we have scheduled. Otherwise, I'm on Twitter at my handle there. And yeah, that's it, really.
Okay. And I want to thank my guests again. As far as my schedule, tomorrow will be the Nerdy and the Lethal live stream I do at 10 p.m. Eastern. And then generally what I do after that is I jump on the Raging Geek Jedi show on the Geek Blends channel, which is also a really fun live stream to be part of, and also to engage with in the chat. So if you're up for my live stream, you can welcome on by. And then if you're still up, head on over to the game Raging Geek Jedi show on the Geek Blend show channel that Geek Blend does with Lost Jedi and Raging Rhino, all three great guys, all three worthy of subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed to those channels, check those channels out. Also subscribe to Ryan. Poor guy, needs all the subs he can get at this point.
Yeah,
you can't rely on Naughty Dog anymore, so help a guy out.
Exactly.
So the next stream I have planned after the YouTube stream, the Nerdy and the Lethal, will be, if my internet is fixed, and it's supposed to be fixed in 24 hours, I will be streaming Ghost of Tsushima Sunday evening after Ryan's stream and before Gaming with Geek stream. So basically, I'll be able to raid the Gaming with Geek stream Mario Kart edition. So
Ryan's favorite.
Nice. Yeah.
And Australian 79 super chat right when we're ending. Whoops, nearly went a full live stream without super chatting. Oh, you don't have to, Daniel. But I love you. Even though you assumed we were Captain AK-47s, I still love you pretty much. So,
you call us Russian bots.
Oh, Queasy.
I'm sorry. Well, you have the link now. It should be in your history. So even though I unlisted it, you should be able to go back and watch it so you can get the news that we covered for the DC fandom, to include the guests and the Suicide Squad game and our impressions of it. So, and also, if you follow me on Twitter, I tweeted the link out. So if you are late to it, you can also click on the link that way to watch the stream again. So, but thank you for stopping by. Really much appreciate it. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, good night. Going for over an hour, a little longer than I anticipated, but it is what it is. When you're talking about DC, anything goes. So good night, all. Take care. Bye.